Alright, so in this video, we're going to be doing a couple examples of converting Cartesian equations to polar equations. Okay, so we have our first problem up on the board here. Convert y equals 1 plus 3x to polar. Okay, well, how do we start off with this? Well, we can just substitute in our sine theta here and our cosine theta here. We might as well. Okay, that's a great starting point. So now that we're in terms of r and theta, we need to get r's on one side and theta's on the other. Okay, so how do we do that? Well, if we subtract 3r cosine theta, it may seem counterproductive because now we have r's, all r's and thetas are on one side, but you'll see here that we're going to be able now to factor out an r. Okay, so we factor out an r here, we end up with sine theta minus 3 cosine theta equal to 1. Okay, all we need to do now to make this a valid polar equation is just divide this big piece here, sine theta minus 3 cosine theta, on each side. And there you go, you get your equation for r equals 1 over sine theta minus 3 cosine theta. Alright, so we have our next problem up on the board here. We need to convert x squared minus y squared equals 4 to polar. Okay, again, we can just do that same substitution with our x and our y. Okay, we get r squared cosine squared theta minus r squared sine squared theta equals 4. Cool, now we can factor out that r squared. We factor out that r squared, and we're left with a cosine squared theta minus sine squared theta on the inside. Now, since there's no plus here, we can't use that, we can't just say that this is 1, right, and then get that r equals 2, okay? What we need to do here is use the cosine double angle, okay? Because the cosine squared minus sine squared is equal to cosine of 2 theta, okay? And that's going to be equal to 4. We can divide with this double angle on both sides. And we get that r squared equals 4 over cosine of 2 theta. If you want to get r completely by itself, you can just square root both sides. And you get that r is going to equal, r is going to equal 2 over the square root of cosine 2 theta. And that's going to be it. Now here, we have the format of r equals a function of theta, but most likely you'll probably be seeing this equation as we had it up here with the r squared cosine of 2 theta is equal to 4. I think that's probably how you would most likely see it. Okay, but still, you most likely want to be doing r as a function of theta. Okay, and that's always something that, you know, maybe your class is different, all that stuff, so that would be a great question for whoever your teacher / professor is. Okay, so that's going to do it for this video.
So if this video helped you, make sure to leave a like and subscribe by clicking my icon in the top left. You can also view the playlist for parametric and polar, the explanation video for converting Cartesian to polar, and the next video in the series. See you soon.